Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Don. Don is from Delaware in the USA. So let's see what Don has to say. Enjoy the interview. Amazing. By the way, should I call you Donnell or Don?
Don. Everyone calls
Don?
me Don. It's so much easier.
Amazing. So hello Don, how are you?
I'm good. Now, do you go by William or Will?
Either way.
Either way. Okay. All right.
So tell me, how's your day going so far, Don?
It's busy. I have a flight in what, like 5 hours.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I'm ready to get this vacation started. I'm ready to go.
Oh, thanks so much for taking the time on this busy day for you for the interview. Thank you. I appreciate.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you for asking.
So tell me where are you flying to today?
Galveston. Well, actually, Houston. I'm flying from Philly to Houston, and then I'm going on a cruise, a Christmas cruise, and so we'll drive from Houston to Galveston, Texas,
I see. And where are you based right now?
in Delaware.
Delaware.
Yep.
Okay. Amazing. And what do you do for work, for living, Don?
I am a consultant. I actually work for a Midwest bank as a consultant. They reach out to me if they have issues in terms of their operations department, and I give them advice. I listen to them, and yeah, so then we kind of mitigate their issues, mitigate their problems. So in essence, it's just banking. So it's easier just to say banking.
I see. And so before we start our journey, really in the magic box, would you like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you?
Well, I many people know this already that follow me like on Instagram or my friends and family. I'm obsessed with cruising. We're going on our 35th cruise. Yeah, 35th cruise. Yeah, so we cruise a lot. We've been probably everywhere you can think of in the Caribbean. When I say we, my husband and I, we went to Greece in July, which was amazing. I want to move to Greece now, and hopefully we have plans for next year to go to Barcelona, Spain, France, and Ibiza
I
on a
see.
cruise.
Oh, of course. Funny enough, I was working a few years ago for Disney Cruise Line. I was working
Okay.
for Disney Dream. I was a short contract, was just 4 months, but it was an amazing experience working for Disney and also be on the ship, of course, be on a
Yeah.
cruise. It was
Was
amazing.
that out of Port Canaveral, or was that
Yeah, yeah.
okay? Port
So
Canaveral.
so you're doing we were doing a short one. So you're doing a Port Canaveral to Nassau. Nassau,
Okay.
you're going to Castaway Key. Castaway Key is the private Disney private island,
Right.
and
Right.
after go back to Port Canaveral again. So was this just the short one? It was
Okay.
a 3 and 4 days cruise. On the 3 was the 3 stops, and the 4 days was sea days. So it didn't stop anywhere.
Yeah. I heard Disney's their service is impeccable. We haven't sailed Disney, but
Yeah.
I've heard that I've only heard good things about them.
Oh my God. I'm sure you have a lot of stories to tell.
I would
Oh my
I would
God.
love to hear them all.
Right. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your point of views. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Don, yeah.
No, go continue. Sorry.
Okay. Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Let's do it. Yes, you can always dance with me.
Of course, you're a vibe, so I'm gonna vibe out.
Before you start the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
First question for you is, how do you make friends?
I'm very much an extrovert, so you will see me at any given time approach people, say hi, comment about their outfit, I'll ask them where they're from, where their name. And I just start a conversation with people. I'm much a social butterfly. People have given me the nickname the mayor
Uh-huh.
So because I'm always want to be engaged with people.
I
Yeah,
see.
I can't. I don't know. I can't help it. It's not like it's a problem for me, but I don't know. I love being social. I love meeting people, learning about them. Yeah. So if you ever see me out, at a bar, club, vacation, I'll always approach people just to say hi. That's simple. Just a simple hello.
And you always been this way?
Not necessarily. I think there was a shift in my 30s where I really didn't care about what people really thought about me. And I
Uh-huh.
think it's now evolved to kind of like, okay, they're probably just as afraid or just as nervous as I am. So why not just break the ice? Why not just approach them and just say hello? A simple hello, like I said, goes a long way, and then you can move from there.
And when was the turn point that you kind of realized that you could be more sociable? Did something happen, or you just felt like, okay, it's just I just feel naturally like that?
It came naturally. Again, I think it was probably in my 30s where you just realize that you just want to live life, you want to have fun, you want to enjoy yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
not be confounded to what people what people think of you.
Yep.
When they first see you, they have their opinions of you. And I think maybe in my 20s, I really was concerned about my reputation, how people felt about me, that I was likable. And then something shifted in my 30s where I was just like, why am I putting so much pressure on myself?
Yeah.
Let me just have fun. Let me have a good time. And if they're not receptive of that, you know, so be it. Someone else will be.
Amazing. I like that. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Don. Next question is: tell me something that your parents did or still do that always comforts you. Comforts you.
That they comfort me. My mom, she's a funny character. She always says, my mom and my father, they divorced many years ago, so I don't communicate with my father. But my mother, she always says, when I come into a room, she always says, "Oh, my firstborn." She always says, "Oh, it's my firstborn, my firstborn." So it's comforting to hear when
Uh-huh.
she acknowledges that in a way. Like, and I have a sister, but it's not like we're competing by any sense. But when she says my firstborn, it kind of fills my heart a little bit because it's like, I don't know. I think it's very different between a mother and son's love.
Totally.
So I think we're a little bit more connected. So if my
Uh-huh.
sister's watching this, don't get offended. But
It's just the
um,
truth. It's just the truth.
so it warms, it fills me up every time that she says, "Oh, my firstborn," da, da, da. And she'll randomly tell people that too. My firstborn's here. My firstborn's here. So yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, so your mom is watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message. What would you say?
I would tell her, I love you so much. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your guidance, your wisdom, your love. And
Oh,
there's nothing more that I could ask for than I'm here right now because of her, everything that she did.
amazing, beautiful. I can see her smiling right now.
Yeah, love you, mom.
Oh, sweet. Next question. Before the next question, Don, of course, you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, yeah?
Yes.
So tell me, for you, how was for you growing up as a gay queer boy? Did you have the support of your family? It was a bit tricky. Walk me through a little bit about your journey, if you can.
My journey was actually a little humorous. So I was 21. I knew I was gay very, very early, but I hid that from my family. Most of my friends knew when I was about 18.
Mhm.
When I reached 21, I met my husband, now husband, and we were best friends. We did everything together. We were always around each other, but there really was never, I didn't see him that way. He told me that he saw me that way. But anyway, um, we just started dating maybe about 8 months. And then he says, I want you to move in. And I was like, by that point, we known each other for over a year.
Right.
But we officially dating for like 8 months. And he says, I want you to live with me. And I was like, I was 21.
Wow.
I really like him. And I said, all right, this is the time for me to come out because he just felt different. He
Yeah.
felt different than any other guy that I've been with. So I took a leap. I said, well, this is actually on Easter Sunday. I said to my family, I said, I'm gay. I'm
Wow.
moving out. And Mark, because he was around my family during that time, I was like, Mark, me and Mark have been together for 8 months. And
Wow.
my mom just like was like, what? 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 So it was a lot. It wasn't probably the best thing to come out in that manner. And on that day, I moved everything out of my house and I moved in with him. And I think it was a slow burn for my family because they didn't understand. It was too quick
Mhm.
of a change. And I think it was good for me to remove myself from my family just so I could find myself because I was living with my mom and my grandmom during that time. Um, so I think it was good for me, but probably not the best for them in terms of processing.
I
So
see.
it was a little difficult for maybe a couple years, and then they grew to love him, and my
Wow.
whole family has embraced him as a second son. They love him. They call him before they call me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you
So they
think
are.
your mom, sorry, do you think your mom knew it before you told her?
Oh, yes. I think they didn't want to accept it, but I think they knew it. They was like, "Oh, he's kind of strange." One funny story. My sister had a Barbie car, a pink convertible Barbie car when she was growing up, and she didn't like to drive it. She had like an accident in it. I loved that Barbie car. Like I would go down in the neighborhood driving this pink convertible Barbie car. But that was just me. They was probably like, he's okay, he's different.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think our mom, sometimes they know us even better than ourselves. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
know their
yeah,
child. They know their child very well. They're born. They're firstborn, like you
right.
said.
Yeah, the first one.
You are the firstborn, and I know you very well, better than
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah. But they're very supportive now. They love Mark. Me and my husband have been together for it'll be 19 years
Wow.
and yeah, 19 years next year, but we've been married for 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
And through those I even got goosebumps now. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Through those 19 years, what's the most meaningful lesson Mark has taught you so far?
To be myself. He's very supportive. I'm a little crazy. I'm a wild child. Like he
Right.
cannot no one can tame me. So he just allows me to be me. And
Beautiful.
sometimes he'll bring me back a little bit and be like, yeah, let's
Of
try and
course.
fix this. But I think you need that. We're good buffers
Wow.
against each other.
Sweet. Next question is, if you could, I think this one is going to be easy for you. If you could spend the entire day with a family member, who that would be and why?
If I could spend that time, I would probably, honestly, I would probably say my grandfather. He's since passed.
Hmm.
Um, I found a lot about him in his later years,
Right.
and I would love to learn more from him. I
Wow.
think him and we had some things in common, but I think him being a man, well, sometimes I think men, they're not as emotional as they should be, and they don't really
Hmm.
confide in a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I think I would probably say him just to even get a drink with him. I think we were always close, and then there was some distance, and then as he was in his later years, his last years, we began to get closer again, and I think that was an opportunity for me to learn more about him and his life and kind of
Wow.
the things that he's experienced. I
It's
kind of
such.
threw a curve. You probably thought I was going to say my mom, but
That's no, I thought that, but I thought maybe I'm sure he got connect with other family members as well. It's so beautiful our connection with our grandparents,
yeah,
isn't it? It's such
yeah,
it's grandparents. I don't think they have this thing on their shoulders about raising a child. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I think
They
that
don't have that pressure.
that pressure. That's what I want to
Yeah.
say. They don't have that pressure. For them, it's just like, okay, let's leave.
For you.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
And I
Next
do,
question. Yeah.
I will say with grandparents too, it's very interesting on, I love thinking about how they got to where they are now. Like, what were they like when they were a child or a teenager or a young adult? What were the struggles that they encountered? How did they overcome those struggles? So I would love to, if I had a time machine, just to kind of see how even my grandparents met. That would
Yes.
be just nice to watch. Just to,
Absolutely. Wow. Beautiful. Next question. Let's do it, Don.
okay.
Next question is, who makes you laugh the most?
Oh my gosh, who makes? Oh my. Probably my one of my best friends, Andy, because
Uh-huh.
he's hilarious. Yeah, he'll probably watch this and he'll smile. But yeah, it would probably be Andy. He's quite a character. We talk about everything between politics, horoscopes, astrology, aliens. Like, we talk about everything. But just like the way that he says things makes me laugh all the time. Like, we talk almost, yeah, we talk every day for the most part, whether it be
Wow.
text or voice chats. But yeah, he makes me laugh so much.
And how did you pass across?
We we met on the beach. So we
Okay.
met. So in Rehoboth, a lot of the gay guys go to a beach called Poodle Beach. So
Okay.
we met on a beach.
Wow,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay. Next question. Let's do it. Right. So before the next question, let's talk about your passion about cruising, yeah? About
Hmm.
traveling around the world on a cruise ship. So tell me how
Yeah.
it started this passion about it.
It's very weird. My husband wanted to give me a birthday gift for my 30th. And he just randomly was like, "Oh, let's go on a cruise. I'm going to pay for a cruise. We're going to go on a cruise for your 30th birthday. We're going to celebrate." We've never have experienced it. At that time, we have never traveled. Yeah, at that time, we had never traveled internationally. Domestically, yes, but never. I think that particular cruise went to Bahamas, and it may have went to Jamaica. I don't remember, but yeah, he that's how it happened. I went on a cruise for my 30th birthday and then we just fell in love. And one thing about cruising is when you do it, and you know this, it's either you
Yeah,
have people that do it for the first time and they love it, or you
yeah,
have people that hate it.
that's
It's
true.
either one or the other.
Yes, that's true.
So, and then we just became obsessed. And then the next year we planned another, and then another, and then we're doing 7 a year, 8 a year at one point. It was, yeah, we do a lot.
Wow.
A
And always different destination, or you tend to sometimes repeat the same one?
So, sometimes we repeat. Like the Greece one was that was out of our wheelhouse. That was a new experience for us both. He's traveled internet like over in Europe. I have not, so that was the first time that I had been to Europe. Um, yeah, so now we just enjoy cruising. For the most part, we always go to Caribbean for the most part.
Wow. So I
Yeah.
believe that you're going to spend Christmas and New Year as well on a cruise ship.
Not New Year's, but Christmas.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so we'll be returning next Saturday.
I
Next
see.
Saturday we'll be home.
I see. Okay. Next question for you is, tell us a funny story or a moment that happened to you when you were a child at school.
Hmm. Um,
Did you like school growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty popular in school. Not to like put you know, yeah, I enjoyed school. I just didn't like learning. I didn't like
The
like I,
concept of school. The
yeah, yeah.
concept.
I like the social aspect of school. A funny story. I will say, it was we were in gym and I had to use a bathroom. And after leaving the bathroom, I had a piece of toilet paper on the bottom of my shoe, on my sneaker.
Right.
And I start running like we were doing track outside. No one had said anything. And I'm running and I see like a shadow and all it is just like, and it was the toilet paper that was on the bottom of my shoe. And I was like, oh, I mean, that was probably like a funny thing, but yeah, I can't think of anything.
Who was your favorite teacher?
Um, Miss O. She was my fourth grade teacher, she was an ex-nun actually, because I went to Catholic school. So
Oh
she was
wow.
an ex-nun. Yeah, she was very, she was, this is back many, many years ago where this was not an issue, but we actually spent the night at her house. Like a group of us, like guys and girls, we went to her house. She cooked us, we had pizza, we watched movies, um,
Wow.
we had breakfast, but like now, today, that wouldn't fly. Like you're not spending the night at a teacher's house. But back in you know in the '90s, it was a little different in time. But yeah, because everyone loved this out.
Absolutely. I think it was a different approach, isn't it? At the time. Nowadays, it's all more, you need to be, to be more concerned different things.
Oh,
So,
yep,
yeah, you need to be careful about everything nowadays.
yep,
In terms of,
absolutely.
what's the meaning of life for you, Don?
Really, it's just having fun, having a good time, having experiences. Not to
Mhm.
let things get to you as much as they should.
Yeah,
Managing stresses, but really just having fun, enjoying family and friends, eating and drinking, traveling.
on a
That's
cruise
it.
ship always.
On a cruise ship or whatever you want to do, a resort, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's. I think we're just here just to have good experiences, and we should try to manifest those as best as we can.
Amazing. Make memories always. I think that's,
Always,
yeah,
always.
amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Next question is, what 3 things are you most grateful for?
Um, three things that you said. Three things.
Yeah.
Okay. I would probably say my husband. I am very grateful for him. He has been such an anchor for me in not dark times, but just me being able to grow as a person and as an individual.
Hmm.
I want to say, yeah, it definitely him. I am so thankful for him. I am so thankful for the love that we have for one another, the love that we share with each other, and having
Amazing.
that understanding with one another. We don't have to, we don't argue much. But when we do, it's quick, it gets resolved. It's very easy with him.
Hmm.
So I want to say yes. So thank you. Him and, oh gosh, what else? Life, just in general.
Hmm.
And even having the accessibility to have experiences that I have. Because there's so many people that have not been well traveled as I have. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just sometimes they don't have the access to do that or the means to do that. But I'm grateful for just the life that I have and the ability to make decisions for me and myself and for him that's going to make us better as a couple. So I think I named kind of, I think the life and the experiences are kind of one and the same. But yeah, so my three would be my husband, my life just in general, and then the ability to have those options to do what we want to do when we want to do it.
What's the biggest joy of being Don? What do you like the most about being yourself?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, people always say that I'm like a very happy person.
Uh-huh.
So I think that, and I think I've heard it multiple times that from different people that I am one of those individuals that will get people out of their shells, out of their comfort zones.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably in the wrong industry. I probably should be in hospitality, most or like entertainment, something. But
Right.
yeah, for me, I love being who I am, and just I feel confident in who I am.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not overtly confident, but I do. I just in love being me. I don't know how I can explain it. Like I don't know. It's just I don't take things too seriously.
Yeah.
Um, when I do need to take them seriously, I do, and I adjust. But for the most part, I'm just here just to have a good time.
And fitness always been part of your life. I was checking your pictures, like, wow.
Oh yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
fitness is a big, big passion of mine.
Uh-huh.
That kind of manifested into itself. Um, maybe like I've always been into like fitness and the gym and running, but I want to say maybe 4 years ago that I kind of it switched and I was like, okay, like I really enjoy I going to the gym to me is like going to church. Like I get clarity, I get peace.
Yeah.
Gym and cleaning, like if I'm stressed, working out or cleaning is always going to give me clarity and peace and calm.
Oh my God, I can see your house spotless, like everything organized, everything very
Yeah,
clean.
we're very like we don't want papers on the desk that has to be put away. Like it's very that's one thing about him and I. We have that in common. We're very I mean, he's a little chunkier than I am, but um yeah, because he puts his shoes will just be everywhere. And I'm like, put your shoes up. Like we have a closet for the shoes. Put your anyway. Uh
He's not here to defend himself, okay? He's not
no,
there.
look, I nag him enough about the shoes. So you have to pick your
He
battle.
agree. I'm sure he will agree. He will agree. He knows you very well, I'm sure. He knows himself as well. He will agree with
Yeah.
that. Amazing. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
So my question for you is, of course, a new year already here. Yeah, we are in 2025. So tell me, you are the kind of person that, this every start of the year, you make plans, you make new resolutions, or you just go with the flow? How does it work for you?
I really just go with the flow. I have an idea in my head what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
My primary function or my primary mission in for as we enter in 2025 is to save more and to possibly invest into something. I want to create a nest egg for me and my husband as we enter into our 40s. I want to start that planning for retirement when we actually will stop working. We may not be able to travel as much as we do, but I still would
Mm.
like to travel
Yeah.
as we get into the older age. So as we enter in 2025, I at least want to start those conversations where we're looking at IRAs. We have our 401ks. We have our IRA already, but I want to make sure that we're investing in it smartly and
Mm-hmm.
we're actually going to get a good return ultimately. So I guess back everything kind of goes back to finance. So we want to make sure that we're saving just to make sure that we're secure as we get, later in the life.
When you think about 2024, what was the highlights of the year for you? Or maybe could be something negative or positive, or a lesson learned, or something that happened to you in 2024 that you're going to always have in your heart, or as a lesson, anything. What could you say?
It would the trip to Greece, the trip to
Yeah.
Greece, everything that was such an experience for me. It was I don't know. It really was something incredible just to see. It's great to look at pictures, but when you're actually there and you're seeing the
Uh-huh.
Pokemon, you're seeing, we went to Mykonos, we partied at Mykonos, we saw Billy Porter at Mykonos. Like it was just the most amazing trip, and I don't think anything can come close. There have been trips that have been
Uh-huh.
really fun, but something about Greece really resonated with us both. We went to Istanbul, we went to Turkey, on
Mm-hmm.
that same sailing. So it was real. That experience was phenomenal. It was just pure perfection. Aside from me almost losing my passport on a return flight back home.
Oh, oh my God.
Yeah,
How,
so we were coming from Athens to London, and I
right.
put my passport in the pocket in the front of me in the seat. And I
Wow.
like to clean like the seat. So I'm cleaning his seat, I'm cleaning my seat. And then that flight was probably I think 45 minutes maybe. I get up, leave, go out, and then like the London airport, you have to get on a bus to then get to customs or wherever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he was like, "Where's your passport?"
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
"In my bag." Like, luckily they found it though. Long story short, we went to customer service. We stood in line maybe about an hour and a half because there were some bad storms, so people from
Right.
the U.S. couldn't get home. Um, security called his phone and said, "Hey, I have Donnell's passport." I was like, "Thank
Oh
God."
my. So the passport found you, not you found the
Yeah,
passport.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know if like a cleaning person found it or if a
Yeah.
passenger that got on next found
Yeah.
it and then alerted the flight attendant. So I don't know the circumstance, but I was like, thank. That was probably the first time I ever seen my husband pissed, like really, really, really bad.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a moment that, imagine, it would change the travel, the trip, and everything. Oh my God.
You're coming off this high of having this great
Of
experience, and then you're coming
course.
home and you're like,
Thanks to your passport to find you. Amazing. Next question is, if you could go anywhere in the world right now, right this moment, where would you go and why?
Greece, Greece.
Of course, of course.
Greece.
You'd miss your trip to where you're going
I,
now today.
I wouldn't even care about this trip. If you said we're going to Greece, I'm like, okay, let's go.
That's amazing. I love it.
Oh,
Last question.
man.
Last question. Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Last one. It's funny because I've been to Greece once, actually. I've been to Corfu. It's one of the biggest islands.
Yep. Yep.
It's not very popular, like, Mykonos and,
Yeah.
Athens, not big. But it was like in October where it's already getting cold, yes.
Yeah.
However, it was sunny. It was amazing. It was very quiet as well during this time. No many tourists because it was low season. So it was okay. And oh my God, it was one of the best. I was with one of my best friends. And it was the only time I've been to Greece, but I want to go back to the Mykonos, you know what I mean? To the points.
You have to go to Jackie O's when you go to Mykonos. But I heard that particular island's becoming more popular.
I know. Yeah, I've been before the COVID, actually. I remember, I think it was the last trip I did before the COVID hits. I think it was the last one. And I remember because it was cheap, it wasn't expensive. I remember going to the beach and there wasn't many people there. I was like, oh my God, are we in a low sea? What's happening here? And I realized that it was low season. But yes, somebody told me as well, that's getting more and more popular now.
That's what even when we were in Mykonos, they said to go visit that island instead. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh. There we go. But for sure, when I go to Mykonos for the first time, I know who I'm going to think about. I was like, you know what, Don, I'm here in Mykonos.
Send me pictures. Send me pictures.
Absolutely. So before the last question, tell me a moment or a situation, you already shared about your passport, but there was a situation, a cruise that you had that you're never going to forget, something funny, something sad, or something that when you were in a cruise that happened?
I mean, there's a lot that goes on. Like even when my friends watch this, they're gonna be like, "You have so many stories," and it's like I'm trying to just pick like one. On a cruise, something that was notable that I could remember. Oh, it was on a Carnival cruise, and they do an adult kind of truth or dare thing, and they split you up in teams. They confiscate your phones, and then you have to do like wild and crazy things. One of them, so my team didn't win, but I think we should have won because I was doing most of the work, and they were asking you very, risque things like show a nude on your phone, get undressed. So I was doing a lot of the work,
right,
to get the points. But I want to say like that was probably I had to do a striptease in front of everyone that was in the room. It was probably about close to 200 people. I want to say
it was crazy. It was a gay cruise or not?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Wow.
So because they had to select. So the last challenge, they had 3 teams that were left. It was my team. I was team number 3, 5, and I think 10.
Right.
And we had to do a striptease on a staff member.
Oh my God.
So even though I got the point, it wasn't enough to get us to win the gold, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I would probably say that was probably the most notable one. The one that I could say, like, even someone came up to me randomly in the elevator. They was like, "Aren't you that crazy guy that was at the?" They were like, "Do you work here?" I was like, "No." They was like, "I thought you worked here." I was like, "Nah."
Oh my God! You got noticed for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Wow. At least you got the attention. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, it was all in good fun. I was just trying to get the points.
Last question for you is: what would your ideal life look like?
My ideal life in Greece.
Do you speak
Um,
Greek, by the way? Do you speak Greek? Did you learn? Have you learned Greek so far or not? Have you
no,
learned? No.
no, I need to.
You're gonna live. You're gonna live there. You need to.
I need
Live.
I need to get Rosetta Stone immediately. Um, Probably my life would be just like how it is now.
Mhm,
I definitely would like to be, me and him are very much beach people. So if we get a property down in Rehoboth, like I said, I would love
mhm.
to live in Miami, but I know that's not happening with this one. But yeah,
I like this one. This one. I
yeah,
like this one.
this one up here. Yeah, he's like right upstairs. But
He's watching you.
no, but yeah, I would love to live in Miami.
Mhm.
But any beach town, like
Yep.
I love Delaware. It's just I don't like the cold. But if I had a choice, and if he said you either get a beach house or condo down in Rehoboth,
Mhm.
or you don't get to go to Miami, it's like okay, I would rather be at the beach. That would
I
be
see.
my ideal life. I love living like Rehoboth is a great city, especially for gay guys.
Right.
It's kind of like P Town. I think P Town's probably a little bit more developed,
Uh-huh.
but Rehoboth is very nice. Yeah, but that would probably be my ideal life. Is even if I could keep this home and then we have something small down in Rehoboth, I would love that.
Amazing. Okay. Hope he gets the
I
message.
know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah, yeah.
Right. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay. I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay,
Let's start with money,
need it.
family,
Love
sex,
always
life,
enjoyable.
love,
Field.
fear,
Mm, fear. Ooh. I was gonna just say scary, but I mean
okay? Not
that's
right or
the
wrong.
first thing.
Religion,
Overrated.
friendship,
Completion.
politics,
Um, I was gonna say something snarky. So, politics. um, um, dangerous.
desire,
Lust.
regret,
None.
success,
Life.
wish,
I want to say star because that's the first thing. Okay.
happiness.
Now,
One word for Delaware.
slow.
One word for USA.
Ooh, gosh, this is gonna get me in trouble.
Ooh.
A word for USA. Gosh, misunderstood.
Hmm. One word for cruise ship.
I need multiple words for that. Highlight.
And the last one now, Greece. One word.
Perfection.
Amazing. Perfection. I like the way you said
Yeah.
perfection. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your husband for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your husband, define Don in one positive word and one negative word only, what he'll say.
He's gonna say he's energetic. He likes to gym. Um, he's very devoted.
Mm-hmm.
He's nice. He does say I'm the nicest person he's ever met.
Wow.
Um, yeah, nice, kind, all those words he would say. Stylish, he would say.
Mm-hmm.
He would also say, did I say devoted? Devoted. Devout. I think I already said that, but yeah.
Okay.
He would
A negative one, what he would say.
a negative, unfocused. Just one? Yeah, unfocused.
I see.
Yeah.
That's the shortest one. Okay, I'll take that. If I would ask your mom, would be the same answer as well?
Yeah, she would say me and my mom, our personalities are very similar.
Okay.
Like things that she would do on vacation, I do. And yeah, me and my mom are very much extroverts, wild and crazy kids. Like heard stories about her, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I did that too. Um, yeah, like she did like the strict thing too, and I didn't
Wow.
know.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So our personalities are very much the same. Bubbly. She would say I'm bubbly, energetic,
Mhm.
uh, sweet. Her firstborn.
Of course. And
Yeah.
negative one?
Negative. She would say she. Honestly, my mom would say nothing.
Oh, of
She would say
course.
nothing.
Sweet. Let's play now, Don, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Don, you can ask me a question now.
Okay. My question to you is, what was your last Amazon purchase?
Oh my God, what a lovely question. My God, I had so many people on the show. Nobody asked this question yet. Okay. It needs to be Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Amazon is
Well,
gonna love.
no.
No, Amazon is gonna love this publicity here on right
Oh
now.
no.
Okay, so okay, yes, I purchased something, but was on Amazon. The last one actually arrived today, no, yesterday, which was aftershave. I booted, but Amazon, the last one. Okay, it was at work actually. I ordered. My God, what? I ordered something on Amazon. The last one. Okay, I did order. Oh, okay. So I ordered some English breakfast tea, some like a box of English breakfast tea,
Okay. Yeah.
because the company where I work, one of the hospitality team told me that they run out and they need to buy it. So I went online on Amazon, have an Amazon account, and they're gonna love this publicity. And I went there. I put it. I can see you receive a lot of Amazon like free gifts from now on. Okay, Don.
Please and thank you.
Yes, that was my last purchase on Amazon. And actually, okay, I'm gonna do some advertisement for Prada as well. I bought this,
Okay.
that was Luna Rossa. It's this one was on Amazon, but I bought this on was have you heard about Boots? Boots like a pharmacy chain that we have here in the UK. So they sell everything, and I got this aftershave. Yeah, that was my last one.
Cool.
Amazing.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the interview?
I did. I enjoyed it very much.
Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview. Oh my God, you are traveling a few hours and you made it happen. Thanks so much. I just wish you all the best for this, new year now starting. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your cruise, on Christmas
Thank
Day.
you so much.
Send my regards to Mark, to Mark
Yes,
as well.
Mark, yes.
And
yes.
your lovely mom and family. And it was a pleasure. Thanks again for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. And as we enter the new year, I wish you much success and continue to do what you're doing.
You too. And before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Just this whole, the theme is just stay positive. Don't let things hinder you.
Yeah.
Just enjoy life because it's short. It's finite. So just make the memories that you can when you can, and whether that be with your friends or family or another loved one, make sure it counts.
Amazing. Thanks again. Okay.
Thank you so much, William.
Enjoy your day. Take care. Safe trip.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.